Hey guys, Natasha with United Commercial Insurance again. I've seen a big increase on hours of service violations at renewal, and so I really started to read up on those rules myself. They seem pretty complicated, so I'd like to just break down those interstate commerce rules. So as an interstate truck driver, you're going to have to follow strict hours of service regulations that have been designed to prevent fatigue and improve safety out on the road. So first up, we've got your 14-hour driving window. Starting when you come on duty, you're going to be allowed 14 consecutive hours to drive a maximum of 11 hours. After that 14-hour window, you must be off duty for another 10 consecutive hours before you drive again. Any off-duty breaks or naps are still going to be counted towards that 14 hours unless they are 10 or more hours long. Now, you are going to be required to take some breaks. You're required to take a 30-minute break after driving for 8 cumulative hours. You don't have to go off duty for that, but you must stop driving for at least 30 minutes. Next, we've got your 60 or 70 hour weekly limits, which were a little confusing to me. But basically, if you're operating less than 7 days a week, you max out at 60 hours on duty over 7 days. Carriers that are running every day cannot drive after reaching 70 hours over 8 days. Now, once you max out those limits on the 7 or 8 days, you can take 34 consecutive hours off duty, and that's going to reset that 60 or 70 hour limit. After that restart, you're going to be free to drive again within the daily limits until you hit that 60 or 70 hour weekly max again. This is a lot going on, so most drivers are using an electronic logging device to automatically track those hours unless they're exempt. And there's 4 duty statuses. We've got driving, on duty not driving, sleeper berth, and off duty. Hours of service violations are meaning heavy fines and penalties for carriers and drivers, and we at United Commercial Insurance are seeing increased renewal premiums based on inspections with hours of service violations. So we recommend that you get familiar with the rules, take breaks, please verify that ELD data at the end of every day, and don't let fatigue put yourself and others at risk on the road. Once you dig into these hours of service rules, I can see how these trip planning can get pretty complicated. I'd love for you to share some tips in the comments on how you plan your trips. Stay safe out there, and thanks for joining.